Manifesting is something that can completely change your life, your mindset, and how you live your day by day. So if you want to see your dreams come into fruition and you're willing to put in the work, here are 6 tips to get you there. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pamela and today we're going to be talking all about how to actually manifest your dream life. So today is a very exciting video because I genuinely love manifesting. It is something that I've been doing for years and I started doing this unknowingly back in middle school when I was as little as 14, even 15 years old entering high school. And now that I'm 22 today, I can safely say that manifesting works. It just takes a little bit of time. You have to have the right techniques and the way that you are doing it, the right mindset, all of those kinds of things. And so I want to share with you guys in today's video different techniques that you can apply into your own life, how to change your mindset and more. So let's get started. Before we dive right into these 6 tips, I want to share with you guys what manifestation is and how it works. So manifesting is simply a self-development practice where you envision and bring about a desired outcome. You literally just use your mind and your actions to bring positive experiences and outcomes into your life. And I have a whole video on how you can change your mindset, and it really dives into law of attraction, manifestation, and how to reframe and retrain your mind to think more positively and just see the world in a better and good way, because manifestation is all about mindset. You're literally using your thoughts to change your reality, and if you can think something into your mind, you can make it happen. You can bring it into real life and bring it into a reality and bring it right in front of you. And I want to give you guys a quick story about when I was in 7th and 8th grade. This was little me, and I remember watching purse videos, like what's in my purse videos, what's in my school bag, all of that kind of content on YouTube, and I was obsessed with it for the longest time. And as long as I can remember, I've always loved bags. That's just kind of my thing. And so as I was getting into new YouTubers and I would look at their Chanel bag collections and their Louis Vuitton bags and all of these designer things, 14 and 15-year-old me wanted that. But again, I was so young and it's just like, that is not possible. But I was obsessed with watching their videos, wanting to be a YouTuber. And so something that I used to do, and I remember this so vividly, is I was in 8th grade and I remember I wanted this Michael Kors Jet Set tote bag so bad. This girl in my school had it. It was the cutest bag ever, and I had no business wanting a Michael Kors bag, but it was $98, and I'm pretty sure it's discontinued now. But what I would do is, since I couldn't ask for this for Christmas, it was expensive, it was $98 at the time, I was like, I cannot ask for this. What I would do is, on the Michael Kors website, they have images of the bag inside. They do like the product up close shots. And so I would sit in my room, I would have the computer open, and I would literally pretend that I was a YouTuber, and I would literally talk to myself and I would be like, let's do a what's in my bag video. Let's do a what's in my purse video. And I would break down what I would put in every single pocket of the bag. This is where my lip gloss would go. This is where my school notebook would go. Like, I would literally plan it out so perfectly in my head. And it's literally because I didn't know what else to do. I wanted the bag so bad, and like, to fill that void of I can't buy it and I can't ask for it for Christmas, I'm gonna pretend that I already have it. And I didn't even know at the time that obviously that was a form of manifestation. I was pretending that I already had it. I was living in the past/present tense of I already have the bag, this is what I put in it. So that is just like a little funny story that I wanted to give you guys, because I've been doing this for so many years, for as long as I can remember, because there's so many things that I always wanted, but I obviously couldn't have at that moment. And now that I'm 22 years old and I have all of these things that I've been wanting since I was younger, it's crazy that I look back and I think of those moments where I wanted something as simple as a Michael Kors bag in 8th grade. So without further ado, let's get into these 6 tips. Tip number 1 is figure out what you want, define your vision, and let go of what isn't that. So this is one of the most important and crucial steps before we get into the rest of today's video, because you have to figure out what is it that you want. What are you working towards? What are you trying to manifest? Do you still live at home and maybe you want an apartment? Do you have student loans? Do you want to pay them off and you just finished college? Do you want a new job, a new car? Whatever it is, figure it out. And the best part about this is that you can have fun with it. There is no rule on what you can manifest. The world is your oyster. Whatever whatever you want, you can make happen. The only thing with manifestation is that a lot of people think just because you write it down, just because you put it out there in the universe means it's going to automatically come into fruition, or it's just going to happen without any work or anything happening, when in reality, the easiest part is figuring out what is it that you want. The hardest part is actually showing up every day, taking action, being grateful, being present, and doing all of these things every day, even when you don't see it physically in your environment. That is the hardest part, but you have to figure out what is that vision, what is it that you want, and really define it. And you can do this by going through Pinterest, looking at some images, finding inspiration online. Maybe there's people that you follow on social media that you really like their lifestyle and you want a little bit of some bits and pieces of what they have. Whatever it is, literally just figure out what is it that you want, and then let go of what isn't that. And by this, I mean, look at what you're doing in your day-to-day life, look at who you're around, and figure out what can you do to kind of alter your everyday to start getting you closer to your goals and your dreams. For me, it really started with little things like my spending habits and who I was spending time with, what I was doing with my everyday routine. I was very lenient with myself, and I was giving myself way too much grace for things, when in my mind I wanted to live this really big and spectacular life, but my actions in real life weren't reflecting that. I was waking up at whatever time I wanted, I was not doing my homework on time, I was submitting things in late, I wasn't going all in on my business, I wasn't emailing people and doing all of these things. Like, I wasn't showing up every day and acting like the person that I wanted to be. So you have to let go of everything around you that isn't that. If you want to lose weight, or maybe you want to tone up your body, what can you do every day to help you get closer to that? Maybe look at how much sugar you're intaking, maybe look at the little things that you're eating throughout the day. Maybe you can incorporate a new kind of lifestyle, like walking, indoor spin classes, going to the gym, whatever it is. And whatever it is that you want to do, get crystal clear about it, figure that out, and then start to let go of the little things in every day that are not helping you get to that. Tip number 2 is practice visualization meditations. So visualization is a daily practice where you close your eyes and you vividly imagine your ideal dream life. You have to find a quiet, relaxing place to just relax your mind and your body and really focus on all of the details of your dream life. I personally like to do this at night when the lights are off, my noise machine is on, my fan is on, and it's literally just me and my mind, me, myself, and I put my headphones on and I just really get in the zone. And there is this specific 10-minute visualization meditation that I really like on YouTube. I'm going to put it up on the screen, and this really helps me just relax and get in the zone. And it's literally 10 minutes, but it's so helpful. And there's a newer hack that I hadn't heard of before until TikTok, but it actually incorporates ChatGPT. And before you guys are like, I don't want any part of this, listen, because this is actually pretty cool. So I saw this creator, her video came up on my For You page. Her name is Meadowlark, and she made a video basically saying, write a list of your wildest dreams and ask ChatGPT to tell the story of a day in my life as my future self who already has this. And then afterwards, she said to ask ChatGPT, what can I do today to help me get there? And ChatGPT literally makes you a step-by-step plan based on what you told it and how it can make this happen for you. So I'm telling you, I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but when I did this, it kind of freaked me out a little bit because it's insane, like how real the story felt. Of course, don't put any of your personal information or details or your name and anything that relates back to you on ChatGPT, because you never want to put your personal information out there on different like forms of technology like that. I just put very like surface level general information of things it is that I want to accomplish. Like, I want to have a certain amount of financial freedom, I want this in my bank account, I want my business to do well, I want to be on the cover of Forbes. Like, all of these things that I dream of, I literally put it into ChatGPT and it made a story for me. And it was crazy because it felt so real just hearing it back. I was like, wait, like this is insane. And it truly just made me sit back and think, this can happen, this can be real. And someone in the comments actually said, ask ChatGPT to generate a list of self-concept affirmations to manifest that life. Someone else said, ask ChatGPT for books and articles to help you get that dream life. And someone else said, record it as a voice memo and listen to it right before bed, which is exactly what I did. So I put the entire entire story that ChatGPT made for me. I put it into a text-to-voice website online, recorded it on my phone with the voice memo app, and then I put it into iMovie. I added a background meditation song to it, and I saved it to my phone, and now I listen to this before bed sometimes, and it's crazy because it literally is all of my dreams, all of my goals, all of the things that I have written down in my manifestation notebook and the things on my vision board in a story form, and it's crazy. I know it sounds a little crazy, but it was insane, and I really feel like if you guys do this, it might be able to make things a little bit more realistic for you, especially if you have a hard time visualizing what it is that you want. Tip number 3 is make a vision board and keep this with you. So a vision board is a physical or digital collage of images, words, and quotes that represent your goals and your dreams. And you guys know over the summer I filmed a make a vision board with me video, and in this vlog I put it together and showed you guys how you can also make your own dream board as well. But when you make this vision board and you gather images and words that really resonate with your aspirations and you arrange them on a board, you need to put this somewhere where you can see it every single day. I made a private Pinterest board first. I saved a bunch of images that I wanted, printed it at Walgreens because they always have some sort of photo coupon, and then I also ordered a bulletin board off of Amazon and immediately got to work. I cut up all of the images to overlap them because not all of them fit, and it literally is absolutely perfect. I have it right above my desk and I love it. And in this vision board, you have to make sure that you're not just using images of what it is that you want to do and who you want to become, but you also want to put quotes and affirmations and other things to reflect this new era and this new vision of who you're looking to embody and what you're looking to embody. So I used to focus a lot on the physical things like a new car or a new apartment, or more of the financial side of things such as a big bank account, but there is more to life than that. And I have quotes, I have photoshopped articles in magazines of me on the cover, I have DMs of real people that have messaged me such kind things, and so I've really just put a mix of everything. And something else that I do is I have a mini printed vision board that I keep in my bag when I go on walks. So a few times a week when I go on my morning walks, I have this little photo that actually got printed from Walgreens when I was doing my actual vision board, and it printed wrong, but it was so cute and tiny that I was like, what can I do with this? Like, I feel like this can fit in my bag. It's so cute. And so what I started doing is I put it in my fanny pack when I go on walks as I'm listening to inspirational music or inspirational videos on my phone or some sort of podcast. I pull it out and I just look at it and I really take it all in, and I just imagine, what can my life be and what can I change or make happen if I really commit? So it's a small but fun little thing that you can do if you want to keep your vision board with you regularly. Again, it was a complete accident how that even printed, but I ended up finding some good use for it. And it's also good to remember that your goals and your dreams, whatever it is that you want to accomplish, not only should you put it on the vision board, but make sure you're updating this regularly depending on the seasons of the year. I know some people like to do quarterly vision boards. They do 4 throughout the year, so 1 for every 3 months, which I think is also great. And with each quarter, you can focus on different things. I know some people also make a new one every 6 months because what you want in the beginning of the year can sometimes be completely different from what you want in the middle of the year. The only reason why I ended up making a completely new one in July is because I went through a lot of changes over the summer and my entire mindset completely changed. So many things were happening within my personal life, and I was kind of going through this reawakening, and I was like, I want to make a new vision board because I am not the same girl that I was in the beginning of the year. But just make sure that however often you choose to redo your vision board, that it still reflects what it is that you want, and again, just do what works for you. Tip number 4 is get in the habit of scripting. So scripting is when you are writing a detailed narrative or prompt about your dream life as if it has already happened. So this is essentially like what ChatGPT did in that prompt that I shared with you guys earlier, but instead you are writing this on your own. And I have so many journals that each serve a different purpose. I have my manifestation journal right here. This one I got for Christmas about 2 years ago. And in here, I specifically write things it is that I want. I script and I pretend that I already have this life it is that I want, and I literally capture every feeling, every emotion, all of those senses to really take me into that life as if I already have it. And you start off your prompt by saying, dear God or dear universe, whatever it is that you choose to write it to, and immediately go into gratitude mode. So you can say you're thankful, you're grateful, or you're blessed for whatever it is that you have. Don't say I will be grateful or I am. Like, you have to really go into your senses and your emotions and be like, I feel, and then go into details and end it off with a thank you God or thank you universe, whatever it is that you want to end it off with. But an example of what this can look like is, dear God, thank you for blessing me with a new apartment, or dear universe, I am so grateful I have my own space, etc. Go into details about what the apartment feels like, how you're decorating it, and more. I feel so grateful that every day I wake up and I see the sun shining in, peeking through the windows. I go in the kitchen with the fridge fully stocked of delicious, healthy food. I make my breakfast and my coffee at my coffee bar before starting my day. Thank you for blessing me with this new apartment that I've always wanted and that I now have. I'm so grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. That is just one example, but you can do this every day or a few times a week. Put on a calming meditation playlist in the background while you do this. And the important thing is, do not obsess over these scriptures. Do not obsess over these letters, because the thing is that once you put it out there, just let it be out there. And it's really important that while you're writing it, do not focus on writing it in the future tense like you haven't gotten it yet, because the point is to really embrace that feeling of, I already have this, I already have gotten it, this is how I feel. It's really just important, like I said, to tap into those feelings, tap into that mindset as if it's literally right in front of you. Tip number 5 is practice gratitude and listen to positive affirmations. So affirmations are positive statements and mantras that align with your goals and desires and what it is that you want to achieve or make happen. Pinterest has a ton of different affirmations and pictures and visuals for specific things it is that you are looking to attract or bring into your life. So maybe you can make a Pinterest board of those things, save it for yourself, go back to it regularly, print these out, put them on your vision board, like do all these things to really just tap into that gratitude era and just really hone in on being grateful for everything it is that is around you. And with gratitude, you have to get in the habit of being grateful for things that you actually have, but you have to actually mean it. I know a lot of people online say start your day with 5 things I'm grateful for and like all of these things, and I will tell you guys, I'll be completely honest, I am not someone who can journal first thing in the morning. I like to do it at night when I can just debrief everything that has happened throughout the day. So personally, I am someone that will not do it in the morning. When you write things down just in general, even at the end of the day or in the morning, whenever you choose to do it, when you write down things you're grateful for, there's so much science behind it, because it can really change our mindset and how we see the little things in our lives. And Harvard Health actually has an article that breaks down how gratitude helps people feel more positive emotions, relish good experiences, improve their health, deal with adversity, and build strong relationships. There is so much power in this because it can truly enrich your life. You can really elevate your energy. You can be so inspired to do more and literally just transform the way that you see everything. And it's not just about writing 5 things down that you're grateful for. Like I said, it's about really feeling it, really embodying it. And instead of saying, oh, like I have to go work out, I have to go to the gym and stuff, change it to, I am so grateful that I can work out. I'm so grateful I have a healthy moving body. I have arms and legs. I can get up and go get movement. Like when you make it as simple as that, it can really change your mindset, and it makes you not just a more positive person, but it starts to shift the way you look at everything in your life. And this helps with manifestation because you're shifting your mindset from a lack of place to an abundance mindset. You have to really feel that positive energy it is that you want, release it out into the world, release it into the universe, release it to God, and you do that by being grateful for what it is that you already have instead of looking for what you don't have. And I know that this may sound a little bit contradictory to the whole scripting thing that I just told you guys, but the thing is that you have to be grateful for what you have, because the more grateful you are, the more you practice this, you're shifting into that abundance mindset. With scripting, you're using that manifestation technique and that abundance mindset to write in detail about your dream life. It all goes hand in hand together, because you can't hate what is in front of you and then expect amazing things to fall into your lap. That's literally just not how it works. You can't have negative thoughts and feelings and keep focusing on what you don't have, because you're never going to be happy for what it is that you actually have. So all of these things really go hand in hand together, and they all work together in the end to bring you everything it is that you want. The last and final tip is have manifestation playlists and albums and be ready for things to take time. So everything takes time. Nothing is going to happen overnight or even in the next year. And I'm also a really big believer in playlists, things you listen to, photos you look at, and just all things that you do in your everyday to get you to your dream life. So one thing for me that I like to have is playlists and albums on my phone. For playlists, I found this Spotify playlist called 432 Hertz Manifest Miracles. It's just a mix of high vibrational frequency music that I like to have on in the background while I journal or while I script and do work. And sometimes I don't want to listen to music or a YouTube video or a podcast episode. Like, I literally just want chill vibes. So I will put on this playlist for that calm, chill moment. And then for photo albums, I've never heard of anyone doing this, but I do it. So maybe this can benefit you guys. But I basically have a private album on TikTok and Instagram, or like a private folder called Manifesting for Me. And anytime I come across a photo or a video of something that I like and that I want to accomplish or achieve, I save it into those albums on either app. So whenever I'm having those nights where I need extra motivation or an extra push to have that excitement again for the things I'm working towards, I go into those albums on either app, and it helps me get excited again for what it is that I want to accomplish. This girl that I follow on TikTok, actually, she got a new car a few months ago or last year, and it was a G-Wagon, which is my dream car, and I saved it right away into that private album because I was like, number one, that's a gorgeous car, I'm so happy for her, and number two, I am next for this to happen. I want that reminder that I can be the next person to also have this, because a lot of people, when we see success online, when we see people doing something really great and it's something that you want, we can immediately compare ourselves and be like, why do they have this and I don't? Or I work hard, I work even harder than them, why do they have it and I don't? And literally, it's that mindset that stops you from getting what it is that you want. So instead of naturally just hating on people and hating on those who have the things it is that you don't, change your mindset, and instead of looking at it as, I'm so jealous of this person, save it into an album like that called Manifesting for Me, where it's like, you are going to get this soon, it's going to just be in certain timing. And when it comes to timelines and things happening, this is where a lot of people get messed up or they fall off and they get discouraged, because again, this is not an overnight thing. It's not going to be an overnight success, but you need to stay committed. You have to stay consistent and stay focused without letting things get in your way. You have to remind yourself that everybody has their own timeline. You are writing your own book. You have the pen in your hand. You're not going to be another Mark Cuban or Mr. Beast or Oprah. You are going to be the next you. Whoever you are going to be the next you. Your name is next, and you're doing what is meant for you. But you have to keep going, even when you don't see progress, even when you don't see anything happening or coming into fruition, because everybody wants the view, but nobody wants the climb. Everybody wants the end goal and everybody wants the success, but they don't want to do the things that it takes to get them there. But you are going to do it. You have to just keep believing and keep going. That is all for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I'm a really big believer in manifestation and making the things it is that you want to come true and happen, because we all deserve to have that. You guys deserve to have it, and I really appreciate you guys so much for watching. I love each and every single one of you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!